Hello, welcome to Claro Beauty. You are here with your host, Claudia Lara. And I don't know if you want to see what I have so far in my face. I'll link the video below. But today, while your request, I wanted to do my eyebrows in camera. You guys have requested, I have very light eyebrows. Now, this is the interesting part. My eyebrows have always been like this. Actually, I think now they're a little darker than before. And my hair used to be black. I mean, maybe not the darkest of black, but like 2 shades down, which still looks black. And people used to didn't believe my hair was that color because my eyebrows were so light. So there's a little bit of copper and a little bit of, I wouldn't say brown, because if I use a eye pencil, or used to use a line pencil which was brown, there would be too much contrast because my hair was dark brunette but almost black. So, but if you notice, my eyebrows are very light and little hairs, and I barely have hairs on my arms or on my legs. You know, I always call that was the indigenous on me, because in Mexico, we used to say the indigenous people don't have hair in their arms, and the Europeans are a lot more hairy. And so I always said I don't have things because I have some indigenous background. I don't know. I actually just ordered my DNA test, so we'll find out exactly what is it that I have in my DNA, my background. Anyhow, so yeah, light eyebrows. So we're gonna try here for you what I usually do when I say I'm gonna go and do my eyebrows. Now, I have to say, I have all kind of eyebrow products. I mean, I have pencils, I have white pencils, smaller pencils, I have the Smashbox, the Anastasias, the Patrick Cha wax. I think I was gonna declutter that because I saw it and I'm like, that's crazy. I have Glossier gels. I have, you name it, I've tried all. Now, perhaps I can show you here and there how one looks, how the other one looks. I even have some gels that are purple because I wanted to see how purple eyebrow will look. So I have tried many things, but what I currently do, and this is what you requested me to show you, is very simple, and I like it. And I have different tricks, and I guess I'll show you. So the most important is my Chanel Crayon Sorcel. This is Sculpting Eyebrow Pencil, and this is in Brune Naturel. Now, I have to say, it comes with a spoolie. I have to say that this was discovered by accident. Why? Because I was on a trip and I ran out of or I lost it, or who knows what. So I went into the counter of Chanel and I was buying other products, eyeshadows, a blush, things like that. And so I said, I need something for my eyebrows, and they were out of every color. Of course, I was in Mexico, in Chihuahua. It's not a huge town, there's only one mall. But there's Chanel. So the guy, it was a guy helping me. The guy on the counter said, well, we only have this one. And it's not necessarily your color, because at that time I had darker hair. I didn't have the white and black so pronounced. And he's like, this is the only thing we have, but if you want it. And I took it. I love it. I mean, this is what I use every day. So this is what I use casual day, a little more of a day, formal wear. But the difference is, I start with this, and then it's a very formal or a lot more makeup look. I add other things, but I always start with this. Now, let me tell you a little bit of the importance of this. I mean, maybe you don't want to hear it, but you know my stories. But this is important. I have to mention it. My grandmother, which I will hopefully post a picture, or I'll do something. Yeah, maybe in the community tabs. My grandmother was discovered in an airplane when she was like 16 to go to Hollywood. And they did take Hollywood pictures on her. And they offer her a contract. This is when all the big stars were happening. And she was gorgeous, and she had charisma, and she was an artist. And but her father didn't allow her to do because back in the day it was not very looked good upon when you became an actress or when you were into arts. And so it didn't allow her to continue with that career. And that was a very painful thing for my grandmother through her whole life. But nevertheless, the pictures, the Hollywood pictures that they were done on her were gorgeous, and I'll show it to you. But what she learned out of that, she always told me, no matter what you do in your face, never miss the eyebrows. The eyebrows are the most important part of your whole makeup. And she used to say that the reason is it frames your eyes. The eyes are the windows of your soul, right? And it says, if you frame your eyebrows, you pretty much have done 3/4 of the work. That was her advice. So every single time I do my eyebrows, I think of my grandmother. Every single time, which pretty much is every day. And especially, that's why I needed to tell you this story. So especially on the first place, and now I'll show you how I do my eyebrows. So she used to say the first thing, and I have changed it around. I don't do it exactly like she say, but she always mentioned this point right here, the first point. So she used to make a little line here and a little line here. Now I'm doing it very lightly because I don't necessarily do that line in the bottom anymore. But I always think of her when I start and I go to that point. So she used to make a line here. So if you want to do that, go ahead, right? For me, that accentuates or closes my eyes a little bit. And I think the trend is not so much emphasis down here any longer. It's more light strokes right there. So I don't do the line, but I do make a little line above. So I want you to, whatever you eyebrows, and I make it a little bit above. Now why? Because I want this to look a little thicker. And everything about my eyebrow, I want it to go up because my droopiness and age and all that. So the first thing I do is I make this line over here above where my hairs end. And I just made a little mess here. And then I start painting, of course, you know. I don't do a hard strike. I just start painting everything above my eyebrow. So I'm not following my hairs. I'm going above. I think I say that enough. And then I'm following. And then I get to this point. So let me talk about the points. Everybody says, you know, you put a pencil by the nose, you know, or a little straighter. I don't have here a little, but you know, you do this. And then of course, that's where the eyebrow starts, would be right here. And then you do this. And this is where your eyebrow should end. And then you do this crossing through your pupil. And that's the high arc. So you have 1, 2, and 3. I don't totally follow that, but it is in the back of my mind, if you know what I mean. So I'll tell you why don't I totally follow it. When I've done this, when I pull my eyebrows, that I want it all the way to that line, I find that the space here is too much and I look weird. So I don't necessarily follow the nose thing starts here. So my hairs actually go in a little bit. So when you're pulling, be careful of that. I allow it to go where my natural eyebrows go because I want to just increase my natural way of doing things, my natural beauty, right? So I respect where the hairs grow in here, but lightly. So I allow them just to be there lightly. And then I do remember this point. Remember when I started, I said this point, that point does correlate with my nose. This is an important point. So right there, right? And then the line. And then the hairs over here, I allow. I don't take them out. They're there for a reason. So when I am lining above my eyebrows and I get to this point, usually you would say, well, then I'll continue doing the line above my eyebrow. But no, because it's going down. We don't want anything going down from my age and up. So, especially droopiness. You see my droopy here? If I make this line down, this creates a frame down. We don't want that. So what I look for, once I get there, is I'm going up this way. Now I know there's no eyebrow. I know my eyebrow goes down. That's okay. I just start making a line up. You see that? So from here, now that will not create the very special kind of V here, you know, that everybody loves with the eyebrow. That's okay. I don't want a gray eyebrow. I want a gray frame for my eyes, and I want a good overall look, all right? So not a perfect eyebrow, a perfect eyebrow for my full look. So I go back there and I start looking out. Of course, I don't do this, which that would be a very horizontal line. No. I go down. All right, so it seems my camera cut right there and there. So we're gonna continue where we were. It was a little bit intense, right? So we were talking about this and then doing this out horizontally, not down, right? And then once I do that, I do start filling up this part. I'm not talking from here. I'm talking more here. So it's a little bit in. And I tell you why. What I have learned, and see, I'm filling this part, not all the way over here, just in here. And then I emphasizing this up here, not all the way down. Now, I'll tell you why. And I've seen other people do that, where you have here and you think of a cross going from here, a line there. And then there's another line that goes this way for a cross, right? Right here. But I don't really emphasize that. Let me not confuse you. So I just want you to think from this point, which remember goes here and goes here. From this point, I want you to think of a line that goes to the highest point. Now that line, I want you to emphasize. Only that line. And then the rest, you just fill up, you know, lightly. And remember, you're going above your hairs. And then lightly down here, if you have more hairs, very lightly. I'm not trying. The strong color is right here and down. And of course, that line that emphasizes. And then the rest, you sort of just go, right? I mean, look already, the big difference. Now, that's too much for myself. So you definitely want to use the spoolie. And of course, when I brush up, I'm trying to make that color, that crayon color, and this is why I love the Chanel, becomes sort of powder sort of look, soft look. And of course I cleaned this up a little bit. Now you can tell that that's color above my actual eyebrows, but that's okay. As of now, I want that whiteness, right? And then I apply, well, let me do the other side and come back, okay? So again, a line up there. I'm gonna do it very quickly here. And then I start painting or lining above my hairs. You see that? And then here, this will go down. I don't want it down. So I want it out. And then I fill this up a little bit. And I never go and accentuate the color here. No, I just go above and I go, you see that? Kind of created a second line. That's okay. And then I start filling up, and remember the strong part is here, not all the way here. No, it's here. So I'm filling up stronger that area, a little bit of thickness here, but again, trying to follow over here. I'm ignoring this that goes down. And I fill up that. And then remember the line from this point, which correlates to this and correlates to this, is a little inner for me because I don't pull those hairs out. And then from here, remember the line is from here up to thing. So that line I emphasize stronger, and then the rest I lightly start covering. Kind of just in between the hairs, just to feel so it doesn't look that white. And there you have it. Now, of course, I use the spoolie and brush up, right? Now, of course, if you remember how I started to now, you're like, whoa, that's a lot of eyebrow. That's okay. Because what ends up happening, if I have a full eye makeup, that will look even less intense, or it will dressier. Or, you know, all the color that goes above the hairs and everything, that kind of starts absorbing and dissipating. So it will be less, but the shadow will stay. So this is the other trick I do. And let me see, let me pull two products that I use often. Oh my God, I hope they're right here. Yes, so, okay. So two big winners for me. One is the Clear Brow Gel from Anastasia. And the other one is, of course, the beloved Tone 4 Gel, Fiber Brow Gel, which what I hear is this is being discontinued or reformulated. I'm not sure yet. So I'm very sad because I don't have a backup of this. I still have some of this, but we'll see what they come up. If not, I have other options, and I do have many other brands that are brow gels, but nothing works as awesome as this. And the reason being is when I apply it, it doesn't create a mess or bulks or strong strikes. And if it does, when I brush it, it just dissolves as if it was powder. So you don't get very scared of using this gel. Now this one I don't get scared because it's clear. So it doesn't matter, I can't mess it up. So what I want to do is do one and one, and you'll see the difference, and then we'll equalize them, right? So let's get this, and I'll do this side. Now the reason why, and if it's a casual day, I would just leave the pencils. I won't use the gel. But if I have a little bit more makeup on, or I want to make it to look nicer, I do use this. Now, why the gel? First of all, it emphasizes my eyebrow hairs, so it makes it a little more natural. Second, I feel it blends a little bit all that shading, you see? Makes a little bit more natural looking because the hairs are emphasized. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But I had done this in all the videos that I've done with you. So let me just check this out. And so I keep cleaning the top, right? There's some people, and I do have some of the, I don't have it right here, but you know, some crayons that are skin color that you can really start correcting and doing here and everything. I don't go to that measures. You know me, my makeup is sort of yes, but not there, you know, sort of dirty, but not dirty. I'm not that precise. So just so you know. So let's use the Tone 4 on the other eye. And I apologize for the noise. They're doing some construction out there. We're almost done. So this I apply very lightly because of what I just said. I don't want those strikes of colors. And that works well for me anyways. You see that? Whoa. Now, this one, I do pull it out when it's a very done eye makeup look, or there's sparkles, or, you know, like I'm going to use a heavy duty mascara that really elongates my eyelashes. Whoa, right? I mean, it really, now looking at it with this, with this lighting that I've been trying on is very cool. It seems like it's very emphasize like, whoa. Wow. So there you have it. That's the difference. Clear and tone 4. Poof, right? Imagine, I'm gonna finish with the mascara and everything. So there you have it. That is the difference. Let me lower a little bit this light. You see it looks a little more softer. Oof. All right, well, there you have it. Tone 4 and the other one. You'll see how at the end it all comes together, especially when I put mascara. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna equalize the other side with the tone 4. I was gonna do it off camera, but so you see the magic happening right in front of your eyes. So, you see how it does make a little bit of those bold strikes that I don't like as a gel, but the magic of this particular brow gel is that it won't stain badly, because once I use the spoolie, everything becomes such a nice powdery, and it dissipates, so it doesn't make those strikes and stain my skin. All right, so there you have it. Now, if it becomes very stain-like, what I do, you see like there, is I pull this pencil, the one we started with, and I make it cleaner. And in this case, I think it did stain sort of it. So yeah, of course, now that I'm in camera, it can't be perfect, but I don't usually struggle that much, but you know, it's a little bit. So I might use a tiny bit of the foundation, and we can use a Q-tip, right? And I'm just trying to bring back, clean it up right there. But lightly. I don't want a very precise sort of lines. There's your construction for you. All right. I mean, what a difference, right? From where I started. No eyebrows. I think I do what I just show you, but a little lighter. I think because I was so intense into it, it just really became, but I love thick eyebrows, really. And you saw how easy. It was just really 2 items, this and this, or this and this. All right, so I'm gonna go back and do my mascara and come back. Be right back. All right, so I am back, and as you can tell, I put a liquid eyeliner. It's the Pat McGrath, and I did some Volume Chanel lashes. Not lashes, just mascara. I cleaned up a little bit of the eyeshadow that I had. I've been using my whole face. It's just with this baby, the Pat McGrath, and I'll link down below how I apply everything. It's these 3 colors in my cheeks and on my eyes, just so you know. So there you have it. You see how the eyebrow looks a lot better once it's finalized with the mascara and the color and the liquid eyeliner. And this is a very natural look. I didn't do anything extra because, again, I just use a cheek product throughout. But imagine if I was doing a full eyeshadow formal wear, and the eyebrows definitely would end up framing and coming together and bringing, you know, my hair, my eyebrows, it just brings something extra. So I'm gonna say a big thank you for my grandmother that always said, you know, eyebrows are kind of the most important because it frames your eyes, and your eyes are the windows to your soul. And I will put a picture of her in the in the flyer of this tutorial for eyebrows. And let me know what you think. Did you like them? Did you like the little tricks? Are you still curious of more? Maybe I can, I don't know, break it down a little more. Who knows? All right, well, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, and ring the bell in the right-hand corner and comment below, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.